Let's now look at managing intrusion prevention policies. That's lesson 6. We have a couple of topics to look at here: configuring the intrusion prevention and managing custom signatures. So let's look at how we configure the intrusion prevention, or IPS. The Symantec IPS engine is installed by default as part of the installation, and what it does is it scans each packet for patterns that don't match the specific settings, maybe looking to crash the TCP/IP stack. It's a stream-based engine, and it can match multiple different packets, a blended threat coming through. The network intrusion prevention is there to block network traffic or attacks, possibly on browsers as well. It's that second layer of defense after the firewall, and it uses those semantic signatures to monitor those individual and streams of packets. We can also look for browser intrusion prevention, and it will monitor attacks on the IE and Firefox client browsers. If, for instance, the client IPS flags up a particular attack on a client, the error is displayed on the set client system tray, and it will request the client to update the signatures. Once the signatures have been updated, it may need to be restarted, and it will also add all this information into the logs for the analysis at the SEPM side. So how do we enable intrusion prevention settings? Well, we need to create the policy, give it a name, and we go into the settings and tick the boxes to enable intrusion prevention and enable browser intrusion prevention. It may be that you wish to exclude certain hosts from running intrusion prevention, and we can go in and add those excluded hosts in the table here. It could be that you're running a vulnerability scanner, for instance, that would look like some sort of threat, but that may be for testing purposes. So you'd want to add it in here. We could create a network intrusion prevention exceptions. Here we can decide on the exceptions that we wish to add from the list and add them in. This could help reduce false positives and certainly reduce consumption. So managing custom signatures now. The custom IPS signatures are not installed by default. They are packet-based, so they're looking at individual packets, not streams. But they will detect potential threats earlier than the Symantec IPS stream-based. They are based on rules or criteria that need to be equivalent to. It doesn't match partial buffer matches, for instance. It scans the single packet payloads. So what do we need to do to create the custom signatures? Well, you need to create an IPS library to store them in, first of all. Then we add the signature group, and then add the signatures. So let's do that. We'll create the custom IPS library. We go to the Intrusion Prevention Policies page and the Custom Intrusion Prevention Signatures. Here we've created a library, and we're adding in the particular signature into the group, the Net Bias group. There's our Net Bias group that we've added the signature to. And now we can add the individual custom signatures. We can specify how severe this particular signature is, as in its severity, and what direction we're concerned about with the traffic. And then we add in the application. It may well be you wish to define certain variables to be used within these custom signatures, and you can add those in here in the Add Variable section. Then it may well be that you wish to assess the order. It's very important to get the custom IPS signatures in the correct order. You want the most important or the most severe ones at the top. And then once we've created the library, we need to apply it to our group. So that brings us to the end of the intrusion prevention lesson.